Hi there, I'm Natalie Woodard, and thanks for tuning in to this edition of Let's Talk About TV. Today we're going to continue on with part 4 of my 6-part interview with Miss Sherri Shepherd. Sherri had a show come out called Trial and Error, and it's been renewed for the summer of 2018. So I got a chance to talk to her about her new show and the very interesting characteristics of her character. Take a look. You had a show that came out last year called Trial and Error, and that show was renewed. So they just put out the list of the shows that were renewed a few weeks ago. You guys are renewed for Trial and Error.
Yes.
So that's exciting to hear. Now, the character that you have on Trial and Error, you play Ann Flatch, right?
Right.
Ann Flatch is a trip because Ann Flatch is something different. Can you explain to everybody what type of person Ann Flatch is and the challenges that she has to deal with?
Ann Flatch is, well, Trial and Error is like, if you like Parks and Recreation, it's like this weird town of East Peck, South Carolina, where people are inbred, really. They're really, really weird. And there's this cast of characters, and John Lithgow, the star, from The Crown. He was just nominated for a Golden Globe for The Crown. He plays a poetry professor who's really eccentric, who's been accused of murdering his wife. So there's a crack legal team. They send a really normal guy from New York to defend him, but he's got this weird legal team behind him. And Ann Flatch is his receptionist, paralegal, and head researcher. And that's me, except I have facial blindness. It's called prosopagnosia. I have all these neurological disorders. So I have facial blindness, so I can't recognize somebody's face. Even after I see them after 5 minutes, I can't recognize their face.
And you're the head researcher.
I'm the head researcher. Okay. I was born with no tear ducts. I have dyslexia. I laugh inappropriately at situations. So whenever they talk about murder, I start laughing hysterically.
Right.
When I get my flu shot, I speak in a British accent. When I get my anesthesia, I walk backwards. I talk in my sleep. I drive in my sleep. I faint when I see beautiful artwork. So these are all, I have alien hand syndrome. That's when it's a neurological disorder where your hand does what it wants.
Involuntarily
and you have to
moves?
stop it. Yeah, you have to stop it. And it literally can creep up and choke you to death, but you have to stop it. It's called alien hand syndrome.
And these are all real
disorders. These are all
disorders.
very real disorders. And I have all of them. And I even have a book. Ann Fletch has a book called The Big Book of Disorders. So every week they would give me a new disorder.
Oh my goodness. You know something? As an actor, having all of those different things that you have to tap into, how challenging was it for you to do that? Because if this lady has all of these different disorders, I'm assuming because this is a comedy show, that they can pop out at any moment, one after the other.
It was challenging because I had never done anything like that before. And the fact that they trusted me, the creators trusted me to do it, because I didn't have to audition for the role, they offered it to me. So that was, that's always cool. But the downside to getting offered a role is you kind of have to make it up as you go along. When you audition for it, you go in, and if you book it, you know that's what you gave them was what they liked.
Right.
But when you are offered the role, you're kind of going in blind going, is this what you want? Is this what you want? Is this? And it was challenging.
The expectation is
the expectation.
Right.
And I remember calling up Niecy Nash. She's one of my bestest friends. And I said, I don't even know what this character is. She sassy? Is she regular black girl? And she's none of that. My character is, her voice is very high, and the hair is something I would never wear, ever.
Because it's like a short crop.
It's a short crop, something with bangs that looks like I went to Sears and nothing against Sears. My family shops at Sears, but it's like some of those beauticians over there at Sears, they so hot. So it looks like, I went to the homemade beauty shop and just kind of got it done. And and so I had to create a character that I thought would fit in this town. And I didn't create when I was offered. I just went in and had a meeting. And they what they took from it was the sweetness of Sherri and the absent-minded, because I'm very absent-minded, and how absent-minded I was, and they kind of wrote around that. So I had to capture that with this woman who had no, like, what? Couldn't do any of that. So that was challenging, creating the character.
If you haven't had a chance to check out Trial and Error, you should do so. It's actually a very funny show. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, because if you subscribe, every time I drop a new video, you're going to know about it. As always, I really appreciate your support, and if you have any questions or any topics that you would like for me to discuss, or or any interesting people that you would like for me to reach out to and have a conversation with, email me at socialmediatv@yahoo.com. That's socialmediatv@yahoo.com. And be sure to tune in next Thursday for part 5 of my interview with Ms. Sherri Shepherd. In the meantime, have a great day today. Toots toots.